MACEO Inc. Tail of the tape. Paul Gonzalez 4-3 with 3 knockouts. 171 pounds, sitting at 6 feet even from Harwich, Mass. His opponent, MACEO Crowder, 2-0 with 1 knockout. Weighing 169 pounds, standing at 6 feet even as well, hailing from Boston, Mass. Now for the official introductions, we head down to the center of the ring with Bill Carpenter.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the MACEO Inc. bout. Your referee is Danny Schiavone. This contest is scheduled for 4 rounds of boxing in the super middleweight division. Introducing the blue corner first, he's wearing the red trunks with black. He tipped the scales at 169 pounds. Undefeated in 2 professional bouts with 1 win coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Roxbury, Massachusetts, representing Boston, Massachusetts, introducing MACEO, the gifted one, Crowder. Across the ring to my right, fighting out of the red corner, he's wearing the solid blue trunks. This fighter weighed in at 171 pounds. His professional record stands at 4 wins with 3 losses, 3 big wins coming by way of knockout. From Harwich, Massachusetts, please welcome Paul Gonsalves. Referee Danny Schiavone with instructions.
The rules in the dressing room. I expect you to obey my commands at all times. Keep the bout clean. Touch him up. Good luck.
4 rounds of boxing, super middleweights.
Ready for the next bout of the evening. Brought to you by Jimmy Birchfield's Classic Entertainment and Sports here from the Twin River Event Center in Lincoln, Rhode Island. I'm Pat Sullivan, my broadcast partner tonight, Peter Manfredo Jr. We see MACEO Crowder coming out of the blue corner with the red and black trunks. His opponent, Paul Gonzalez, coming out of the red corner in the blue trunks. We see Gonzalez starting right out of the gate hot, coming off a loss in his last fight. He had won 2 fights previous to that. Had a decision loss in his last fight here at Twin River. And Peter, you see him coming right out of the gate. He looks like he wants that win back.
Oh, he definitely wants to win. He's coming out. I know him well. He trains very hard. And, you know, he's coming out. He's trying to put the pressure on this kid, MACEO. He doesn't know much. Neither do I. So he's coming out and he's putting his pressure. He's doing what he's supposed to do.
MACEO hasn't fought in well over 2 years. He made his professional debut here at Twin River with a knockout win. He then had a win in his hometown of Boston a few months later.
Nice body shot by Paul right there.
Since then, MACEO hasn't fought in a while, and this is a tough fight for MACEO. You got a guy, Paul Gonzalez, who may be coming off a loss, but he fights pretty frequently. He's had 3 fights here in the last 6 months. He's going up against a guy who has no ring rust at all, Paul Gonzalez, and MACEO with a big layoff. How do you think that may factor into tonight's fight?
It might factor big. I mean, look at Paul now. He's landing that will. He's pressuring. He's doing what he wants. He feels comfortable. He's not afraid to fight. He's not afraid to get hit, and that's what makes for a great fight.
Great. Step back. Step back. No punches.
MACEO has to get his game going. He needs to use his jab. He needs to use his boxing ability. Keep Paul off him. Land shots like he just did there with a right hand. And
Paul is coming off a split decision loss to Kevin Cobbs. Before that, he had wins over Richard Bobo Starnino and Nick Lavin. So certainly Gonzalez comes in here with confidence, knowing that he can win in this ring. MACEO, again, hasn't fought since 2009. I had the pleasure of watching Paul Gonzalez spar with Thomas Fallow, who we'll see later tonight, a guy who, as you know, Peter, throws a ton of punches. And Paul's response after that was, no matter how hard I go with it, Thomas is going to keep coming at me, and there's nothing that I won't see from Fallow that MACEO can show me. And you can see right now, he's fighting with a lot of confidence.
Exactly. When you spar with Thomas Fallow, man, he's one of the toughest in the game. So if you ain't getting ready from him, you ain't getting ready from anybody. So he's definitely in shape, Paul. He knows it's nothing that he hasn't seen. So he's coming out here, he's doing what he has to do, and like I said, he's got to keep the pressure to win this fight.
Credit to MACEO, still coming forward.
MACEO's doing a good job. He's just, you know, waiting on the outside boxers, keeping his. He's got to keep Paul off of him.
Paul's certainly trying to control the pace of the fight. Got to be careful there. Let in a little bit with his head, and MACEO connected with a short hook.
MACEO's looking to counterpunch. Paul's got to keep it like that. Just keep him busy, keep him working. I'll work him.
For the most part there in that first round, though, Peter, Paul threw a lot of punches. MACEO looked like he had pretty good defense, though.
He did, but Paul landed all the shots in that round. So if we were scoring that round, I have to give that to Paul.
Let's listen in here to the corner of MACEO, see what kind of advice his coaches have.
He's not landing it. Step inside. And every time you throw that jab, you're bailing. Every time you jab, you're bailing, you're bailing. Step, drive. Every time you hit him hard, you back him up. Step in. Don't bail out. You can't be defensive on your punches. Step in. Hit him hard, okay? Throw combinations. You threw a nice combination over there. It was the only fucking one you threw. When you threw it, you backed him up and spinning around. Combinations. Hard here. You're not hitting the body at all. I'm gonna say whip that body. Don't just touch it. Whip that fucking body. Go after him right now, okay?
Right hand.
Go out there and go after him right now.
I told you about that. Set the pace. Get him out.
You hear MACEO Crowder's corner telling him that the shots that Paul is throwing are not landing. MACEO may beg to differ. Looked like he got hit with a couple of clean shots, but regardless, he comes out of the corner here. His corner told him not to bail on that jab. We'll see if he listens to his corner and tries to throw more combinations.
Right, well, he also told him to throw more combinations because obviously he didn't do enough of that in the first round. And 4 rounds, you can't afford to lose these rounds. I mean, you got to pile up points.
Punch to the back of the head there by Paul Gonsalves. As soon as you threw it, he turned around at the ref and knew he was getting a warning.
Yeah, oh no, he knew about it. He knew he's a good sport about it. He's a professional, so. Paul again doing all the work, though. He's on the inside. He's the one throwing all the shots.
Gonsalves certainly looks determined. This is Paul Gonsalves I haven't seen in a few fights.
Step back, step back, step back.
2 minutes to go here in round number 2.
You notice Paul's always the one getting off first. He's taking the initiative to win the fight. And MACEO is just looking to counter all the time.
Still waiting to see if MACEO can get those combinations off as his corner had instructed. Paul he's coming off the ropes very well as soon as MACEO can back him up. That's one of the things his corner told him is you're backing him up. But you're right, MACEO's not doing anything after that first punch.
No. Like I said, he's looking to land one shot, try to knock him all one shot, but it's not going to happen. Paul looks determined. He wants to win this fight. He's working. He's outworking him, and if this continues, then it'll be a nice night for Paul. Nice counter hook. He's trying to counter him every time. MACEO's just throwing one jab, one punch at a time.
Final minute to go in round number 2. Again, this is a 4-round super middleweight bout. As you mentioned, Peter, in the 4-round fights, you really have to rack up the points early. And if MACEO is to lose this round and go down 2-0, that really puts the pressure on for the 3rd round.
Oh, definitely. Especially the way the style he's fighting. He's going to have to change his style. He's going to have to be the aggressor.
Step back, step back. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Paul's throwing all the punches. He's landing all the shots. I mean, they might kill the shots to land, but they take a toll on you. Nice uppercut there. MACEO's not coming in with his jab. He's not using his jab at all. He should be trying to find them right there with his jab.
Paul Gonsalves at 31 years old. Seems to be in control of this fight right now.
I got him up 2-0.
It's like we're going to listen into Gonsalves' corner here and see if they view the fight the same way as you, Pete.
Ladies and gentlemen, on April 15th, tragedy struck Boston when 3 people died and another 264 were injured in the Boston Marathon bombings. The senseless act of violence affected many of our family and friends, but the City of Champions responded in true championship fashion, pulling together against all of us to justice.
Straight punches, hey?
Be looking at this fight halfway through this 4-round bout between MACEO Crowder and Paul Gonzalez. You have Paul leading pretty commandingly through those first 2 rounds. If you're MACEO, what do you have to change about your style to potentially win the 3rd and 4th round or even get a knockdown?
You have to throw punches. You know, he started out there nice. He's using his jab a little bit, but he has to be busier. He's letting Paul control the pace of this fight right now. He's letting him back him up and throw all the punches, and then when MACEO's trying to punch and Paul's grabbing him, he's doing the smart thing. So he's got to change it up or he's going to lose this fight.
Crowder coming in with an undefeated record, 2-0. Now Paul Gonzalez at 4-3, although Paul's been much more active over the past few years than MACEO, who hasn't fought since late 2009. So MACEO trying to size up Paul, and as soon as it looks like he's ready to unload, Paul comes right back at him.
Yep, MACEO landed a good little right hand coming in right there.
Nice left hand there by Gonzalez coming off the ropes.
Yep, just keeping MACEO off balance, not letting him set up. He's looking too much, MACEO. He's looking to set up something too much where he needs to just let his punches go.
And it looks, Pete, like Paul's content on giving MACEO the center of the ring if that's what he's trying to do, control the fight from the center, because Paul is controlling the pace.
Exactly. Good point. See, Paul's content right there. He doesn't care about backing him up into the ropes. He knows he has the lead. He knows MACEO has to do something to win this fight, so he'll keep pop shotting him like that the whole night.
Final minute to go here in round number 3. Paul now keeping that lead hand down a little bit.
Jab, tied him up, just being really smart, Paul. There you go, MACEO's got to let his hands go. That was a beautiful combination. He's got to let him go again.
Came back with a nice left, too, off of that clinch, and now you see...
Oh, they got tangled up.
2 of them falling down to the canvas.
Looks like Paul's bleeding from the head. Must have been a headbutt.
Yeah, Paul looks like he's spitting blood now. You can't see it here in this camera angle, but live here, he is definitely bleeding from the middle of the forehead, and Dan Schiavone calls time here to have that looked at. Must have been a headbutt there when the 2 of them collided.
Yeah, when they went inside. There's blood on MACEO, but I don't know if it's from him.
And Paul currently being worked on by Dr. McKittrick, the ringside doctor here for the state of Rhode Island. MACEO getting some advice here from his corner. Tough break for Gonzalez. He was having a heck of a fight here.
It is a tough break, but it's unfortunate if the doctor should stop it here. They have to score the bout. It'd be fortunate for Gonzalez, as in from our cards, he's up on the he's winning the fight. MACEO don't have a chance now if it gets stopped.
And it looks like the ref and the doctor are going to consult here.
They're going to let it go, which is good.
Paul wants to give it a shot. He's ready to continue fighting here, and the crowd's excited. This has been an entertaining fight so far. And final 10 seconds to go here in the round. Look at Paul coming out. Man starts to bleed a little bit and gets more aggressive. Now you can see the blood continuing to come from the center of his head there. Dan Schiavone comes over and says to clean him up. Listen in on Paul's corner.
D'Amico and Birchfield is dedicated to providing you practical advice, legal counsel, and zealous representation on your legal problem and the various ways it may impact your life. Choose a law firm where clients come first. When it comes to protecting your legal rights and your reputation, choose D'Amico and Birchfield. Not your typical law firm.
Not a problem.
Tough spot there for a cut too, Peter. In the middle of the forehead with a guy who has no hair. That plant has nowhere to go. It can't pool up in his hair. It's going to literally go right down the middle of his face.
Yeah, and maybe even in his eye. But this is the life we lead when we want to be fighters, right? Fourth and final round.
Last round here between MACEO Crowder in the red and black shorts and Paul Gonzalez in the blue shorts. Paul's been the aggressor thus far in the fight. See if MACEO can now be the aggressor in the fourth round. He's going to need to. He's going to have to land some powerful shots.
Yeah, I believe so, especially if he wants to pull off this fight.
Gonzalez, he's not slowing down at all here in the fourth round. His stamina looking pretty well.
Looks very good. Looks good. Crowder needs to do more of that. He needs to stay on him.
Gonzalez just has to be careful when they do get that close in the ropes that MACEO and him don't collide heads again. You see the blood just continuing to rush down Paul's forehead. To give our viewers at home a perspective as a fighter on what it's like when you have blood like that going down your face.
Well, I mean, it's not fun, obviously. It gets in your way of vision sometimes or it bothers you a little bit, but you know what? We're fighters. It happens. This is what we do. I mean, you don't let it get in your way of winning the fight.
Now, knowing that he does have that cut on his forehead, is he going to be a little more protective and making sure MACEO can't open it up even more?
Being this is the last round, no. You go out, you go balls to the wall, you know. Do or die. This is it. You don't want to lose. You don't want that L. You want the W. You fix the cut later. So, depending on what his mentality is, I know mine would be, you know what, who cares? Let's go get that win.
And I think that's Gonzalez's same mentality. As you see, he's not letting up. Even in the final minute of the fourth and final round, he's content on just keep coming forward and putting all the pressure on MACEO.
MACEO picked up the pressure a little bit this round, but still not enough. No one's really landing the biggest shots right here, right now, but Paul's the busier one.
See MACEO's corner in the back telling him to come forward.
Nice right hand there. He's landing the effective shots.
Final 10 seconds of the fourth and final round between Crowder and Gonzalez.
Good job for Paul Gonzalez.
That's the end of the fight. We're going to go to the scorecards. Paul Gonzalez from Harwich, Mass. Coming in with a record of 4-3. You see the blood happen midway through that third round and continues to drop down the middle of his face. MACEO Crowder 2-0 from Boston, Mass. That was a tough fight for MACEO, having not fought in a couple years. And he was in the ring with a guy who wanted to be busy, wanted to be the aggressor, and having not fought in a while, that's a tough fight.
It's a very tough fight. You know, a lot of guys in this game, they look at your record, fighters by their record. What they say, he's 5-3. We'll take him. He can't, you know, he's not here to win. But it's not true. You can't do that anymore. I mean, guys were bad. It doesn't matter. Everybody's here to win. So obviously, Paul Gonzalez proved everybody wrong tonight. He came in, he did his job, he came to win, and I believe he pulled it off.
Paul is continuing to get that cut looked at. That cut will feel pretty sweet, though, if he does walk out here with a victory.
Of course.
And you can certainly tell there, Pete, we mentioned that he was sparring with Thomas Fallow and how that got him ready for this fight. His stamina was really well in this fight. He was content on coming forward, throwing more punches, being the busier fighter, and that must be a confidence that he's gained by training with a guy like Thomas Fallow who can throw 100 punches around.
Well, it's just like anything else in life. You are who you are around. And you spar with the best guys and you train with the best guys, you're only going to up your level in boxing. So you're only going to be a better fighter. And it proved tonight. He came here. He was in great shape. He had the confidence. He came out and he did the job he had to do. And that just taking nothing away from Crowder. Crowder came in here. He wanted to win the fight, too. He just couldn't keep Gonzalez off of him. He couldn't find a way. He was looking for one shot, and he couldn't change his game in 4 rounds.
Looks like ring announcer Bill Carpenter has a judge's decision. So let's send it down to the center of the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 hard-fought rounds of boxing, let's go to the judges' scorecards. Judges Morand and San Martino both see the bout 39-37. Judge Eddie Scungio has it also at 39-37. All 3 judges scoring for your winner by unanimous decision, Paul Gonsalves.